Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. Check us out, jazzwealth.com. We're not currently accepting new customers, but you can learn a little bit about us there and see if when we open back up, if that's something that interests you, and hopefully we can help you get your dough straight. One thing I'm doing with a customer right now who is, well, their wife is adamant that they retire as early as possible. No question about it. If they can shave a half a year, they're willing to shave a half a year, and they are diehards. They're willing to do whatever it takes to retire as early as possible. And naturally, we have to solve for a few things, right? There's healthcare costs in there, right? If you're young, you're not working, you got to get healthcare from somewhere, and that's got to come out of pocket. There's also the rule that you cannot take from your retirement account traditionally until you are 59 and a half or older. There are some exceptions there where you can take out earlier, but if you're going to really retire early, like 50 or 52, 53, or way even earlier than that, then we have to account for the bridge account, or what I call the gap account. How are we filling the gap in income from your early retirement to your qualified retirement, which is 59 and a half? So let me share this with you. I'll show you what we're going through here, see if this helps you out a little bit. Currently, this couple is plugged in our system here. They want to retire the husband at 65, the wife at 60, because that will make them the same age at that point. They're very good with their expenses, by the way. $2,500 in expenses, not including their house. They're saving $6,000 in their taxable account, which we'll call the gap account. He's saving 6% in his 401k. She's doing the same. And currently they have expenses of $2,500. So up here, this is their retirement expenses, all right? So here's what they want to do. 51. Right? And again, the wife was like, hey, cut it out as soon as possible. If we could go 50, let's do it. If we can go 49, we'll do whatever it takes. So what we did, we got on a phone call and we said, all right, let's do 51. That makes you 46, same expenses and all your same savings there. Let's take a look at one of the problems that we had here. If I go into what we call the cash flows, right? We're looking at the dollars that they have. What I'm actually going to do is sort this by how they withdraw from their account. See, the system knows when they retire at 51, they need income. And it really shouldn't come from the 401k, traditional IRA, or anywhere, because they're not qualified to take those dollars out just yet from just a plain Jane sort of without getting detailed. So they take out some money, they take out some money, they take out some money. We can't take out enough money. By age 54, they deplete their taxable savings, which means we have to account for their expenses. So we go to their 401k and so on to try to meet their expenses. Here's a problem though. Now we got to factor in penalties. We got to factor in those taxes we weren't thinking about. And so it becomes a problem, makes it very difficult for them to be successful. So what we had to do was figure out either A, how do we move the age up, shift all of this down so that you could make it to an age where you're able to take from your retirement accounts, or how many more dollars do we need to start accounting for to fill the gap for these 5 years right here? How do we do that? And I said, well, those are your choices. What do you want to do? And they said, in no way are we willing to change the retirement age. In fact, we'd like to make it younger. They said, Dustin, we're willing to save as much as $30,000 a year because they have low expenses. And I said, okay, well, let's pretend that you can't save that much. Let's just see what the minimum number is. So we said, let's try 10,000, let's try 15,000, let's try 20, and see at what point do we make it to age 59 or very close to it, to actually fill the gap between 51 and 59. Now from there, if they want to save more, then they can, and we can start reducing the age. But let's start with the amount of money, because I always tell people, put the minimum amount away that you have to, and then start working from there. Don't ever stress yourself over all this. So we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to say, hey, you guys are going to save $20,000 extra a year. So you want to retire at 51, you got $79,000, taxable account is accounting for your expenses plus inflation, and we almost get there. We can survive at 58, but we need to get a little bit more dollars in there, right? We're almost there, and we don't want to pay penalties or anything on this. Now, to be fair, what they could do at that point is just take from the Roth, right? So I wouldn't tell them they have to save any more money, because you guys maybe know the rule. Once you deplete your taxable account, you can pull from your Roth IRA the money you've contributed, and they will have contributed more than about the $50,000, so they'll be able to pull that out. So technically, we could stop right here. And that's the cool thing about just working through the numbers. Numbers don't lie. I love how that works. You can either do it or you can't. And by the way, that's accounting for $11,000 a year in healthcare expenses, which is currently the national average for a married couple. So really break that down. Really think about how much you need to hit whatever goal it is. If you want to retire at 55, you have some different scenarios. 54, some doors close for you, and you have to account for now 6 years of gap expenses there. But anyways, just a quick one. Wanted to go through that there, and it was kind of funny. I thought how the spouse was like, nope, I'm not willing to compromise at all. It's got to happen as young as humanly possible. She wanted to know what was the exact moment that the youngest that they could retire. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, I hope this helped you in some way. Hit the subscribe button. That really helps us out, and I do appreciate that. And enjoy the rest of your day.